Welcome back. It's 9 o'clock. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you. Thank you, Lagos. Appreciate it. All right. As we hit this hour and the second debate of the night, the verdict is out in that first debate. It was clear that the judges had, by a split decision, given their vote to Charles. In fact, in percentages terms, let me check my figures to be absolutely certain. Yes, in percentages terms, the judges had given the votes 66.7% to Charles and 33.3%. If it had been unanimous, it would have been 100%. But it wasn't 100%. It was 66.7 to 33.3. And now the votes from the audience has been calculated and tabulated. And the verdict from the audience votes is 76.7% in favor. That's 76.7 against 23.3% in favor of John, which brings the calculation forward. 33.3% plus 76.7%. And for Charles, it is 66.7 plus 23.3. And in each case, those numbers all over 2 in each case. And so you have your winner. By power of the audience vote, it is very, very close. The judges gave it to Charles. The audience had given it to John, but it is within the margin. And the final margin by 55% to 45%. The winner, the first qualifier to the final, John Faleye. Congratulations, John. Congratulations. You make it to the final. How does that feel?
Mixed feelings, to be honest. Mixed feelings, because, and I've never alluded or I've never said this to him before, but I actually admire Charles. He's actually someone who carries himself the way he talks. And if there is someone who should actually go through, he has a good argument for that. And this is to you, Charles. I actually wish I can do this the way you do it. On a general balance of play, he's a better debater than I am. I'm saying that from an honest point of view. And on another day, he could have gone through. Right? He could have gone through. So, still a win for you, man. Still a win for you. And it's a good thing we are from the same side of Lagos. Don't worry, we'll...
Interesting. Charles, I don't know. You looked unbeatable. Even in this debate, I thought you looked unbeatable. I like the angles, how you fought and how you countered. But in the end, what do you say? How do you feel? I know you are disappointed, but I'd like to hear from you.
I feel as though I did enough, and I feel the voting from the audience, they picked their preference. So it is what it is. Maybe on another day, like he said, it could have been anything different, 55 to 45% generally. So just 5%, and we could have been tied. So
it's well within the margin.
Yes,
and
very much.
Because I've been working the numbers, and it came down. Yes, it's the audience who swung it to John's way, but it happened considering those numbers because it was a 76.7 to 23.3. Yeah. The difference was that the judge's decision was not unanimous.
Yes.
If it had been unanimous, it would have, because the final score would have been 61.65% to you and 38.35 to John if you had managed to get the judges scoring unanimously.
And to think I missed that unanimous decision by 1 point.
By 1 point. You missed it. And I think you missed it on Chuma's scorecard,
yes,
in the banter round. Just that because it was 10-10, 10-10 in rounds 1 and 3. It is well within the margins. I congratulate John, but I celebrate you. You are a worthy finalist. You could be a worthy champion on another day, but it's just like I said,
1 point.
All 4 people here, each of them, I make bold to say any of the 4 who emerges champion on the strength of the whole contest itself, all the battles, deserve it. And none more than you, because this is the first time you've tasted defeat, and you did not even taste the judge's defeat. You still won the judge's defeat.
Yes.
It was down to the vote. So I don't know what stronger non-champion there can be, but you are fantastic. I'll go to battle with you any day.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Lagos, Nigeria. That is the power of your vote. Do not take it for granted, for it can alter outcomes and alter them quickly. And so, under the floodlights of fierce conviction and carefully measured arguments, the verdict is now sealed. Despite winning the favor of the judges, Charles falls to the might of the people's voice. The audience, in overwhelming numbers, cast their vote for John, tilting the final scale and handing him victory. A debate of fire and finesse, but only one could move forward. John ascends, buoyed by public faith. Charles bows out with dignity, having proven his mettle in the crucible of high-stakes thought. He will fight for pride and honor in what you call the loser's final, for a place to be at least third in this contest. I want to cry, but I also knew that 2 people will make me want to cry tonight. Charles is the first. There's one more battle to come on the night. Congratulations to you, John, because you have already qualified. The topic for the final has been sent to your group.
So
the final is made up of a debate and a presentation round. So we know it is you versus somebody. What we don't know is who will be in the blue corner or the red corner. There is red in my hand, there is blue in my hand. I don't know which one is in which hand. Just take one. You take this. Incidentally, it is blue. That means you can check the topic and you will be arguing in the blue corner. Remember, in the first, there are 2 assignments. There is a presentation, there is
a debate.
If you are blue in the first, you will be red in the second. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? All right. Thank you, Lagos. We'll take one quick short break, and when we come back, we'll go in for the second battle of the evening.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Vote for your favorite Fan Battle 4 contestants at thickets.com/fan battle. Thickets, that is FIKETS.com/fan battle.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Everyone, Martin Tyler here, English Premier League commentator, UEFA Champions League commentator, and assistant manager of Woking Football Club. You're listening to Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
Welcome back. It's time now for the second battle, second semi-final battle. This takes us to battle number 51 in the series. It pits two giants against each other. They've never met. Or have they? But let's see. Let's meet our contestants. Battling in the red corner, out of Gana, Lagos, is a fine young man who works in the educational sector. A Bayern Munich fan, Man United fan, Gana FC fan, MFM FC fan. His friends call him Gana or Gana on Facebook. He is Gana, same as on Instagram at Gana. On X, he is Gana11, and on TikTok is Shags_Gana11. Lagos, make welcome to Godwin Ajay, aka Gana.
Good evening, Lagos and beyond.
Welcome, Teacher Gana.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Interesting. Are you ready for this final battle?
Yes, sir.
You've gone through fire and brimstone. You've been brilliant. And here you are now in the semi-final. One final step to get into the final of Fan Battle 4. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. His opponent in the red corner, battling out of Arepo, Ogun State, an on-air personality, radio presenter, aspiring football commentator, radio, TV, queen in the making, Chelsea FC supporter, Abia Warriors supporter. They call her Miracle Philip 6 on Facebook, at Miracle Philip 6 on Facebook. On Instagram, she is at Miracle Philip _. On X, she is at Miracle Philip _. Same as on TikTok, at Miracle Philip _. Her Philip is 1 L, not double, by the way. Her friends call her Mimi, and that is what you've come to know her. But she is the undefeated Miracle Emmanuel Philip, aka Mimi. Hello, Mimi. How are you doing?
I'm doing great today.
Well, two people walked into the semi-finals undefeated. The other has now been defeated. In a way, you are the only undefeated person in Fan Battle 4. Are you ready for your penultimate challenge?
Yes, I am.
I trust you are. So Lagos, Mimi is ready. So is Ghana. So what is the bone of contention? I must remind you that at this point, you saw what happened. The judges decided that Charles won it, albeit in a split decision. And that split was the slimmest of splits. But the voting gave it to John. I see some comments, and we'll take some of those comments. And there are some people who wanted the other person to win. But you see, wanting the person to win is one thing. Voting for them, that is another thing. So please, vote now. It's Ghana, it's Mimi. If you followed Fan Battle, you already know their strength. But on the strength of their voting tonight, vote for either Ghana or Mimi. Go to fikets.com, fikets.com/fan battle. fikets.com, fikets.com/fan battle. And vote for either Ghana or Mimi. Or you can vote directly. You can. Thank you to everybody. Mr. Kanu Rabuchi Obonaya, thank you for your consistent, persistent support, both of Fan Battle 4 and of audience of your choice. And Mr. Irabuchi did something was brought to my attention, and you can do that too. If any of these contestants has impressed you so much and you want to show an appreciation to them, ask us for their bank detail and we'll give it to you, and you can appreciate them directly as well. But remember, it starts with you voting for them. So that's 130-590-8620. 130-590-8620. That's the bank account. It's a Providus bank account. Providus Bank. It's our partner, Sports Salon official bank account, and we have access to it live here in the studio. We can see if you vote directly. Remember, it's 500 naira per vote. So if you do 5,000 naira and you write somebody's name, you have given that person 10 votes. If you do 50,000 naira, you've given somebody 100 votes. It's that simple. If you don't put a name to it, you have still sponsored Fan Battle. So thank you to all our sponsors. Lukman Tunjiraji, Friday Oluwatobi, Right Frinka Technologies Limited. If I'm not mistaken, Nimesoma, Catherine, Mwajiobi, Ikenna, Eze, Solomon, all of you who have been sponsoring Fan Battle and some of the contestants in your way. So what is the topic between Ghana and Mimi? It's a very simple one. Think about it. What would you do if you were the sports minister? The sports minister. It's not just a title, but it's a throne of unrealized potential. That is what it has come to be in Nigeria. A throne of unrealized potential. In a country brimming with talent, but starving for structure, this question becomes more than hypothetical. It becomes revolutionary. So Ghana will step forward first. He's the master of measured delivery. His voice, steady and sure, likely would point to reform and paint reform not as a dream, but as a duty. Expect plans. Expect precision. Expect quiet fire from a man who knows that transformation is rarely loud. His opponent, Mimi, in response, brings the storm, no doubt. Charismatic, sharp, and unrelenting. She wears ambition like armor. And tonight, she may speak not just to change the system, but to break it open and rebuild it better. Maybe one may promise structure, the other may promise fire, but both will seek the same seat of power. If the sports ministry were theirs, what future would they create? What would Gana or Mimi do if they were the sports minister? And so the topic is, if I was the sports minister. So let this final battle of the semi-final stage decide who may yet someday be the country's best sports minister. Gana, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Mimi, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I'll give you 3 minutes each to open your arguments. And then we'll take a break and get ready for the second round. Are you ready?
Yes.
Gana, your clock is ticking and it starts right now.
The quote says, you either start one day or day one. If I was a sport minister of this beautiful country, Nigeria, the very first thing I'll target, the very first thing I'd like to do is to change that name, sports minister. Change it to sports secretary. Let us tone down even that political volume. I am in that position to serve, not to be served. Sports secretary even gives it a much more important role as you serving the country, giving back even to the country, helping the country even through sports. Now, what are the things I intend to do? First, create or have an academy building that is world-class standard. If you look at Nigeria, Nigeria does not have an academy building. No academy building. You just have scattered buildings everywhere that just claim that they are actually serving the country, but they have political undertones or private undertones. But have an academy building, even for each and every sport, even to lay a complaint, even to require assistance, whatsoever that they need, they can come even to that building, come to that department and seek that assistance. Next, renovate or refurbish the sports centers. We have approximately 43 sports centers across Nigeria. 43. Actually, it's quite low, but even at that, they are dilapidated. They are not even in good conditions. Let us start with renovating those sports centers. Centers whereby you have, let's say, 10,000 seats, 20,000 seats, very small capacity. Let us increase even the capacity so that we can even host or bid even to host competitions. That's why Nigeria cannot even host certain competitions, because even the centers, even the stadiums are not in good condition. Who want to come and host such a competition there? Now, another thing, all our tournaments, our competitions, where are they? They are virtually dead in the water. It is time to revive those competitions. It is time to resuscitate those competitions. It is time to bring them back even to life. Also, give more attention even to team-based sports. Give more attention to team-based sports. We have so many sports even in Nigeria that are virtually unknown, that virtually have no attention given to them. We have volleyball, we have basketball, we have in fact athletics. We have so many sports that need this attention, that crave this attention, even from the Federal Ministry of Sports. Also, give attention even to sports that require less facilities even to run. We're talking about chess, for instance. Yes, it's a mental sport, but what do you really need even to have a chess competition? What do you really need? Just a board, a table, and the competitors. Another sport, table tennis, you just need a bat and a ball and a table. That's all. Athletics, you just need a bit of space. Draw a line and people can actually practice and get the best out of them and improve and become better, have more experience. So with just this few, in fact, by the time we start making those plans available, we see that Nigeria even will start contending even at international level. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Gana opens, and brilliantly too. We will quickly switch to his opponent, Mimi, who for 3 minutes will give us her opening. Mimi, are you ready? You're ready, eh? Your 3 minutes start right now.
My people, if today them talk say na sports minister I be, first thing na to declare my asset as Minister of Integrity where I be join. Today na 9,603 naira 53 kobo dey my account. Make I know here say I chop Olympic money clean out. Today, I do not stand here to promise bridges where there are no rivers. Instead, I offer you 4 years of focused leadership, 4 years to build a foundation that others can build upon. First, by naming our country's national sporting identity. Nations are often identified by the sports that they lead. Jamaica is known for sprinting, Kenya long distance running, Serbia thrives in tennis. Which one where we know say Nigeria stand gidigba? I propose we make it clear 4 flagship sports where we have shown global promise. Football. In the last season in 2024, over 35,000 fans packed the new Jos Stadium in March Day 27. Plateau United versus Aqua United. Even though Plateau United lost 2-1, we saw that there was passion from the fans. Currently, we sit 44th in the FIFA rankings as far as men is concerned, and 4th in Africa. Tell me something. We can do better. By 2028, our under 20 and under 23 teams should consistently reach the semi-finals of AFCON. Table tennis, we need to create community leagues and global partnerships. We need to push Nigeria into the top 10 in world rankings. We can build upon what Aruna Quadri has done and Funke Oshonaika. Athletics, sprinting and jumps, Toby and Musa, they broke the record. Koyinsola Ajayi, examples of those we can hold on to while we jump up and push our rankings further. Basketball as well. Our Nigerian men's team ranked 42 by FIBA and our women 8. We can get to top 10. This is what I will do as long as I also help to support other sports by building a foundation upon these 4 flagship sports. Now I'm telling you this because by doing this, I am declaring a state of emergency on our sporting economy. I will also ensure that in my office as the Minister of Sports and also the Chairman of the National Sports Commission, I will engage public-private partnerships for infrastructure and funding. Clubs actually need cash to flourish. Partners like Remo Stars and Sporting Lagos already demonstrate success. So we will need to run our sports as business. We can also model the NPFL's funding on the Premier League's style as well. What we've seen over time is an economic impact of sports so far in the EPL. The EPL has been able to Ghana for the European nation, and I mean for England particularly, about 1.7 billion euros in taxes in 2021 and 2022, and overall the EPL club's contribution has been 4.2 billion euros. That's approximately 8.7 trillion naira. And if we look at that side by side with Nigeria's 2025 budget, that is 16% of Nigeria's 2025 federal budget. We need to also clamp down on the interference of governance, and this is something that I will do because we do not need that anymore. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Opening salvos between Gana and Mimi. There's a lot more where that came from. We'll be right back for the banter round.
Hi, this is Nene from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we're right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We're the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
Make I ask you the last question. Among the options where I go give you, choose the one where they give better gaming experience where person no fit forget. A, to use your data they watch match early momo. B, they listen to your uncle where be your bungest sports guru. C, Betano. The correct answer now Betano. You go tell yourself, if you join the that betting platform for inside Nigeria, where you get different betting options, fast cash out, missions where they engage you, betting data features, and we go welcome you with bonus of 200,000 naira. Betano, the game don't start. Bet responsibly, only for people who don't pass 18 years. Betano now proud partner of Aston Villa.
There is something about good news. You can't keep it to yourself.
Guys, it has finally happened.
There is something about joy. You can't keep it to yourself. And there is something about the rich taste of Lipton. You can't keep it to yourself.
When you get something you enjoy, you share. Lipton Yellow Label. Tea so good, you want to share.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Yeah. Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Chris. Heat.
Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini-Me Noodles Niger Pepper Flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini-Me Noodles Niger Pepper Flavor. Slap it like it's hot.
Success is like an aeroplane. You only see the graceful flight high up in the sky, but not the roaring, powerful engines propelling it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done, funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as Value Card, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com. Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
There's a sound rising from Africa, a sound of worship, a sound of awakening. This is Tape 2025, the African Praise Experience. On Friday, the 11th of July, the city of Lagos will resound with praise as thousands gather at the Rock Cathedral, Lekki, for a night of glory. Join Pastor Paul alongside some of Africa's most anointed voices: Israel Houghton, Dunsin Oyeko, Nathaniel Bassey, Adeyinka Lasheori, Onos, Prince Emmanuel, Bidemi Olaoba, VJ Sax, Gaze Baba, Eben, Mr. M in Revelation, Limo Blaze, Ima Oh My God, Minister GUC, IB Quake, and the Lagos Metropolitan Gospel Choir. Tape 2025. Be there. Friday, the 11th of July,
5 p.m. till dawn,
at the Rock Cathedral, Lekki. This is not just a sound, it's a signal that Africa is awakening to its divine destiny.
Hey, rewards to the lander! When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes Uncle.
3% cash back.
Now so, Smart Cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cash back, or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cash back sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No door yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today. Terms and conditions dey sha.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that! My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your
peak? Reach for your peak.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Tobichio.
My goodness. When did he grow up?
That's it with kids, though. It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
There's a sound rising from Africa, a sound of worship, a sound of awakening. This is Tape 2025, the African Praise Experience. On Friday, the 11th of July, the city of Lagos will resound with praise as thousands gather at the Rock Cathedral, Lekki, for a night of glory. Join Pastor Paul alongside some of Africa's most anointed voices: Israel Houghton, Dunsin Oyeko, Nathaniel Bassey, Adeyinka Lasheori, Onos, Prince Emmanuel, Bidemi Olaoba, VJ Sax, Gaze Baba, Eben, Mr. M in Revelation, Limo Blaze, Ima Oh My God, Minister GUC, IB Quake, and the Lagos Metropolitan Gospel Choir. Tape 2025. Be there. Friday, the 11th of July,
5 p.m. till dawn,
at the Rock Cathedral, Lekki. This is not just a sound, it's a signal that Africa is awakening to its divine destiny.
This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set.
This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong, finish strong.
I don't know, man. These days, all you hear is save, invest, save, invest. Wait, how do you guys find this money? Is it not someone that is settled that will have money to save and invest? And even if I manage to invest or save, the interest rates are so low. And one can lose money in all these crypto, NFT, blockchain, and so on.
Introducing Fund 724. It's a simple solution to all your money goals. With as low as 1,000 Naira or that urgent 2K in your pocket, you can start saving with Fund 724 and earn solid returns on your investment. And you can withdraw your money from your account for free. Anytime you like, just dial *724# on your mobile phone and follow the prompt.
Oh, so no need to download an app or join a long queue.
Dial *724# now to get started. Fund 724 is available 24/7. Guarantee Trust Fund Managers is a subsidiary of Guarantee Trust Holding Company PLC and regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Life can be anything, but make yours a party that never stops. With Desperados, the beer with a Latin vibe. Vibe out, let loose, and turn the heat all the way up. Because with Desperados, the party is wherever you want it to be.
Grab a Desperados and ignite your party spirit. Desperados, beer with a Latin vibe. Enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
What can your bank do for you? Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you? Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Safri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Safri app on your Play Store. Visit safrisafri.com for more information. Safri, borderless banking.
Auntie, you are enjoying, oh? Only you. Peppered rice, amala, nkwobi, masa, cake, and now ice cream. I hope you have Jesty Fizz on you.
Jesty Fizz? I never leave home without it.
That's right, Gestifees, the new natural effervescent powder for an instant refreshing relief from heartburn and stomach indigestion. Just add Gestifees into cup of water, drink, and you're good to go. Gestifees, your relief on the go. Gestifees is from the House of Gestede. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Made and marketed by Ranbaxy Nigeria Limited, a Sun Pharma company.
Hi guys, I'm Peter Drury, football commentator, and you are hanging out with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Before we went on the break, you heard the opening salvos fired by Gana and Mimi. If I was the sports minister, what would I do? What would I do differently? It's like an election pitch, isn't it? But there's a whole lot more where that came from, and we'll be going straight. You heard, and I hope you did hear, the brilliant opening salvos of these two brilliant debaters. Its presentation was like a debate. And so in the second round, they will try to go into a conversation, a banter round, where they try to make preeminent their individual point of views while picking holes, if any, in each other's argument. In the end, they will have 2 minutes each to close, and you get to decide. Lagos, Nigeria, our friends, and many people are voting from outside Nigeria, by the way. Remember, cast your votes for your favorite debater. Don't leave it to chance. Do not leave it to chance. Go to fikets.com, fikets.com/fan battle. Fikets.com/fan battle. FIKETS. F for frog, F for food. Fikets. It is, there is no C in the Fikets. Sometimes when I type it, I mistakenly put C. It is FIK, no CKO. Okay? fikets.com/fan battle. And vote for either Gana or Mimi. Or, oh, by the way, there you just go there, you'll see their names. Make sure you click on their names where they ask you for the type of ticket you want. Just click on that box and you'll see their names come out. You'll see Gana, you'll see Mimi. It's 500 naira per vote. So if you vote in multiples, 2 will be 1,000, 10 will be 5,000. Then you can vote. In the previous debate, we saw hundreds of votes for one of the contestants. So do not think that anything you do is enough. All right. What am I saying? It's enough, anything you do is appreciated, but do as much as you can for your favorite debater. Or you can go direct and send it to our partner bank account. It's a Providus bank account. It's our sports salon our partner sports salon's bank account, official bank account, Providus Bank. It's open here in the studio, so we're able to see it in real time. The account number, Providus Bank, 130-590-8620. 130-590-8620. Again, 130-590-8620. If you send something to that account, remember it's sponsorship of Fan Battle 4, and we will acknowledge you and thank you for it. But your vote can also be your power, so you can direct it at your favorite. If you put Ghana or Mimi, whatever you put there, if you put 100,000, 50,000 is for 100 votes. If you put 100,000 naira there and say I want to sponsor Fan Battle, but you put Ghana, that would mean you have given Ghana 200 votes. And if you put Mimi, that would mean you've given her 200 votes. It's that simple. Remember, put the name of the person you favor to go through. Okay, Ghana or Mimi. Let's go into the banter round. For 5 minutes, we will hear these two individuals go at it. Ghana and Mimi, are you ready? For 5 minutes, let's open our banter round, starting right now.
So, Gana, you actually said you were going to change the name of the your office to secretary, that's from minister. And it says a lot about the fact that you do not know what your office defines. The Constitution says that you will be called the minister and not the secretary, unless you want to override the Constitution. And you're deciding that you're going to pick too many sports. We've got the Nigerian Rugby Federation, Black Stallions. Of course, it's a thriving, sport, but we don't have as much viewers. We've also got the cricket team as well. But Nigeria is not a cricket nation. These are underserved sports. But we need to build an
You've mentioned
Ghana.
2 sports now. Also, I'll mention 2, even from yours. Now, before I go to that, you also mentioned asset declaration.
Of course.
Now, we all know that what you've mentioned is not actually the amount that you have in your account.
Are you about
because
to
you
check
will actually
my
have...
account?
Now,
My
there is nobody on earth that will say, the money I have on heaven and on earth, that is everything.
You. That is
that's a lie. We all know that's a publicity stunt, but that's an aside. For those who want to believe in it, that's actually putting your integrity at question.
I'm not questioning.
It's actually putting it into question. Now,
right,
also,
let's get to the business.
You mentioned football.
Mm-hmm.
Despite how much has been invested into football, how much has football yielded in terms of laurels, in terms of trophies, even for Nigeria, in comparison, even to some other insignificant or some other sports that have been pushed aside even by Nigeria.
I know that if you
also mentioned basketball.
If I was the sports minister,
basketball has always had issues, even with regards getting laurels.
Football underneath.
You mentioned those sports. You of course mentioned those sports, but those sports have not yielded the results that you compared, even to other nations. Now, America, United States of America, they invest so much more into rugby. Now they invest 3% into rugby. They invest 22% into basketball. They invest 22% as well into baseball. And each and every one of the sports are yielding optimal results, even for them in terms of trophies, in terms of nation. Why? The reason why actually is because they actually have structure. Nigeria does not have that structure, and that is what I mentioned. That one of the things I'm going to bring is structure. We need platforms. We need structure, even to make Nigeria work. Not when you have 60% of Nigerians who are interested in football. Yet football is not growing. Football is not doing well. Football is not doing anything.
You know that you cannot do anything without public-private partnership. I named clubs, Remo Stars.
You mentioned public and private partnership.
NPFL, we've seen 2 clubs that are privately owned clubs being promoted to the NPFL, and that tells you that more private clubs are making names for themselves. Ikorodu City inclusive, Remo Stars inclusive as well.
Rather than allowing private investors even to do what they
that
need to do
I'm doing as a sport minister
is to ensure
that there is public-private partnership and less interference of governors.
Of their ministers handling everything with regards sports. And in fact, we can mention so many teams that are government owned.
But look at the results.
About private. Yes,
but where are they right now? Why are they still struggling till now? I mean, we are looking at Remo Stars right now and saying they are doing so well. And if we even talk about the fact of government interference, what I'm trying to say is I am reducing the margin. 60-40. Let's have government just oversee, but let's have the private individuals manage these. And look at when we're talking about the fact that we're removing government hand. I, as Minister of Sports, will remove my hand because I do not want the same political interference we saw in the Basketball Federation crisis of 2022. Musa Kida against Tijani Umar. That was disgraceful. We do not want a repeat of that anymore. That stalls our basketball team players from advancing. Federations must run themselves across the 4 sports that I mentioned, and we will regulate what we're going to do. Ghana,
what you are trying to say is that you are making them unquestionable. You are making them have that advantage to do whatsoever they like.
Advantage
you have
how?
so many people even falling short.
Government runs sports not as business.
USA,
if we have sports
so
being run as business, government comes and goes.
Schools,
Ghana, you're going to be there for 4 years. You're not going to be there for 8 years. What is going to be left behind when you're gone?
Don't have a single.
You're talking like an APC politician for crying out loud. You're not being clear.
I'm being clear.
You're not being clear.
You are the one that's not paying attention.
No, I'm paying attention to
creating
you.
structures through the government.
Structures through the government
that
through
particular
how?
office, whereby you have scholarships, you have schools being able to put their students.
And is the government able to sponsor that without private individuals being there to maintain?
What
no,
is the budget for?
It is
the
not going to happen.
Available.
The budget
is available. Of
Can
course,
you defend
yes.
the last budget of the past year? And where it has been able to go through?
When
can you defend that?
Or if I am the sports
If you
minister,
are, you must have done your research to know.
For them.
No, you should have done your research to know exactly how much has been spent so far and what returns on investment we've gotten after that budget was put out.
I have already mapped out. If I am going to be, if I'm the sports minister, I've already mapped out at least $1 billion even to spend on each and every of those sports centers just to refurbish them. You don't need so much. In fact, what I'm actually going to be doing is creating jobs even for Nigerians.
Because
why?
Jobs
it's
for
not going to be I'm bringing
Nigerians.
people from abroad even to come and refurbish those stadiums.
When you're creating jobs for Nigerians, how are you going to sustain the jobs when government comes and goes? See,
when they come
you have to be practical. And you know what, Ghana? You've spoken like the politician that you are, disregarding the women that also form a major part in the sports industry.
Actually, you have not
the
even
women
mentioned
in leadership.
The women.
Let me tell you.
Have not mentioned the women.
I'm the one who's going to open the door for women. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, 7% of women currently lead in women's sports. And what I'm going to do is ensure that 40% of all sports leadership roles go to women. Equal pay inclusive.
Other sports. You mentioned just for sports, other sports whereby women.
And that is because I want to build Nigeria's sporting identity, not because I want to be a jack of all trades.
Women are not able to function the way men function. We have sports that women can actually function better in. The government should actually focus on this sport that will bring the women out.
Thank you. All right. The banter round is over. And now we will give both contenders an opportunity to close their argument. It's 2 minutes each. So we will flip it here and Mimi will get the opportunity to close. Mimi, you have 2 minutes. It starts now.
I will work to revive the inter-secondary school competitions. Our current reality is that most secondary schools in Nigeria lack organized inter-school sports competitions. In fact, Ibrahim Mohamadu, the then president of the Nigeria School Sports Federation in 2012, attributed the decline in sports in the country to neglect in sports in the country generally, noting that in the 70s and the 80s, school sports got a lot of support from government. A 2022 survey by the NSSF revealed that over 60% of secondary schools in Nigeria lack structural sports calendar. And what I'm going to do is to restore a national secondary school sports competition in football, athletes, basketball, table tennis. I'm going to work closely with the Ministry of Education. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to help to flag any school that does not have any proper infrastructure for sports, because you cannot tell me in this time and age you'll be using chalk to draw the lanes, or you'll be using plates to practice discus throw, and we expect us to build athletes for the future that we want to see. I will re-establish the Principals Cup to cut across the 774 local government areas, climaxing in a national final and not just a state final. We saw what GT Bank did with the Principals Cup. They revamped it in Lagos State. We've seen this in Delta State. But can we have this in all the 36 states of the Federation? That is what I will work hand in hand with the Ministry of Education to make sure I do. Equally, I'm going to ensure that sports becomes a carnival-like event. I am going to collaborate with the Ministry of Tourism, because I want to see how we get to Ghana as much reviews and revenues down into this country when we also have the likes of our very own stars coming to perform. We cannot just be celebrating the Super Bowl. We can do that same with our own sporting activities. I am establishing a 4-year miracle working model. Year 1, focusing on grassroots development. Year 2, creating academies like Japan's J-League and France Claire de Fonte. Year 3, hosting youth tournaments. Year 4, winning medals. I'm going to ensure that I collaborate with the National Orientation Agency to sensitize people against violence in sports. Ghana, you're spoken like a politician, but I tell you, after your 4 years, people will start trending. Hashtag Ghana must go.
Yeah. Say low blow. I didn't see that coming. All right. You just heard Mimi. Even Ghana needs to catch his breath. I've not seen Ghana laugh this much in the studio. Ghana, are you ready for your closer?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready? Okay. So for 2 minutes, please close.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Nigerians, what I'm bringing is platform and system. Put the platforms on ground and create the system. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing, even as the sports minister, is to create vital and essential departments, even in the Federal Ministry of Sports. I'm talking about Sports Tech Department, Athlete Career Transition Department, Sports Tourism Department, Disability Sports Department, Sport Marketing and Branding Department, Sport Infrastructure Department, Sports Education and Research Department. Now, by the time these systems are already in place, it's just a matter of kick and start. They just keep running. They keep operating. While you have people there who are going to be functioning, who are going to be working, and the system keeps on moving. Then have partnership and collaboration. Have sports integrity. Nigeria needs to have sports integrity. One of the reasons why Nigeria has been having issues, even hosting competitions, we have under 17 whereby they are older than their age. Is why? It's because there are no laws that are actually guiding these things that are being followed. But by the time we have this department that I've mentioned, they are going to be making sure that the rules are followed, that the laws are even upheld. Another thing is to make sure that there is publicity even on scholarships, not just having the scholarships. Can you believe that no Nigerian superstar is recorded to be a beneficiary even of sports scholarship? No Nigerian at all. Rather, you have people that just maybe by one reason or the other they're able to make it in life. None at all. There's going to be partnership even with schools, with universities in Nigeria to help Nigerians even to move further. We're going to be having coaching college, coaching education, whereby you are going to be able to churn out so many individuals that will make even the country better. Now, he said Ghana was going. In fact, my students, let me even give you this interesting story. I have taken my students even to play a football match. In fact, 2 football matches. They've lost, but however, they keep begging me, Mr. Godwin, please take us to go for another match. We promise we are going to do well. What have I put in place? I'll put in place platform. I'll put in place a system. I'll put in place a structure. And they keep telling me, Ghana, don't go to Ghana, please stay. We want to graduate and you are still around. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Brilliant. Final, semi-final debate. It is done. It's dusted. You just heard Ghana. You had Mimi close just before him. And it ends here. The decision is in your hands alongside the judges. Go to fiket.com right now and vote. Is it Ghana? Is it Mimi? We'll be back.
Hey guys, there's great food, amazing people, lively music. Yeah, but the vibe is missing.
I know what this party needs. Bartender, it's time for Seagram's Imperial Black Whiskey.
Okay, sir.
Guys, this is the vibe of Nigeria. Cheers! Every celebration needs an Imperial Black Whiskey. Seagram's Imperial Black Whiskey celebrates the vibe of Niger. Not for pregnant women and persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges. And you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
I don't know, man. These days, all you hear is save, invest, save, invest. Wait, how do you guys find this money? Is it not someone that is settled that will have money to save and invest? And even if I manage to invest or save, the interest rates are so low. And one can lose money in all these crypto, NFT, blockchain, and so on.
Introducing Fund 724. It's a simple solution to all your money goals. With as low as 1,000 naira or that urgent 2k in your pocket, you can start saving with Fund 724 and earn solid returns on your investment. And you can withdraw your money from your account for free. Anytime you like, just dial *724# on your mobile phone and follow the prompt.
Oh, so no need to download an app or join a long queue, huh?
Dial *724# now to get started. Fund 724 is available 24/7. Guarantee Trust Fund Managers is a subsidiary of Guarantee Trust Holding Company PLC and regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Na so I dey on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me sef they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back.
Benny can serve you the way we do.
We go all the way.
You guys are always keeping your voice down when you're benefiting from the government.
I think you read before that monkey swallowed billions of naira. This one now, Scorpion will soon swallow billions.
Then my landlord gave me quick notice because I decided to go and vote my opponent.
Is it Nigeria the only country in this world that everything they do, they will do it upside down?
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Hey, rewards don't land. When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and car.
3% cash back.
Now so, Smart Cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash back reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cash back. Or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cash back sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No door yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today.
Terms and conditions, they shall.
Settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Welcome back. After a spirited debate, our judges have determined how this battle went. But before we go into the scorecard, a quick reminder, we're going to hear from the judges in a bit, but a quick reminder, ladies, gentlemen, it's in as much the judge's hand as it is in your hands. Have you voted yet? Have you gone to fickets.com/fan battle yet to vote for either Gana or Mimi? You have equal powers with the judges as fans. So the judges will determine how it goes, and then we'll hear from you, the listeners. So please go to fickets.com, fickets.com/fan battle. It's 500 naira per vote. Just look for Gana or Mimi, whoever deserved your voting. You also sponsor Fan Battle by doing so. Fan Battle 4 is sponsored by the Nigeria Info audience and friends and fans. And also, you could take the direct route You can pay straight. You can sponsor Fan Battle. But even better still, you can sponsor your favorite debater on the night by giving them your tickets. You just need to add their name, either Gana or Mimi. Mimi is the lady, Gana is the gentleman. And you can send your votes or your sponsorship support to Providus Bank. That's our partner bank account, sports salon account. Providus Bank 130-590-8620. 130-590-8620. One of these two, Gana or Mimi, will make it to the final of Fan Battle 4. The final is next Thursday. The other will battle in the third place final on Wednesday night. It starts at 7 p.m. The final also starts at 7 p.m. next Thursday. Who do you think deserves to be in that final? Is it Gana or Mimi? Vote now. If you have questions as to how to really vote your preferred person, you can drop it on our WhatsApp account so that we can assist you. Tony is on it. It's 080-9597-5805. 080-9597-5805. That's our WhatsApp account. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the panel, any words for these two contestants at this point? Let's hear you. It looks like there's nothing. Can we proceed?
I think at this stage I want to implore and ask His Excellency the President to pick one of these two candidates to be minister. Now Chairman National Sports Commission. Shout out to Shehu Diku, by the way. But you know, it was nice listening to both of them, and this is something we can relate to because it's our country, and we know the challenges that the country is facing. It's like the first conversation we had too. I mentioned in that first conversation that for me at this stage, the quality of the two contestants will always be in the picture because they worked hard to get to where they are. So it's about me looking for loopholes too, and that was the same reason I went for my choice as to my votes this evening. I think it was lovely to have, from Ghana's perspective, perhaps he would love to go to the UK or the USA. So I think it was glaring he was using the US more than, and that's why he also even spoke about the secretary thing, defense secretary, secretary of state. Unlike Nigeria, where it's going to be defense minister and the likes. So he wants to look at it from that perspective. And it was nice too that during the banter round, Mimi came through to quiz him on that and the constitution of Nigeria and how that's going to work. He spoke about facilities, 40 of them, and how he would love to expand things potentially if we're going to be hosting a competition. I wouldn't really pick the loopholes on the mic now until you make the announcement, but when you're done with the announcement of results, I could share my thoughts if there's time to share my thoughts on where I think that they may have lost it or won it for me. But all around, the two guys, two ladies, two guys, so I had to do that because of Queen Lizzie. The guy and the lady. No, I know you didn't get what I'm saying, don't worry. But the fact that Gana is here and Mimi, I don't want to classify everybody as guys now, so I don't find you in trouble with Queen Lizzie. I thought they came with their A game on the night.
Interesting. Queen Lizzie, your comments?
I have nothing to not that I have nothing to say, I have a lot to say, but I'm going to limit what I want to say. I think for me it was really interesting listening to two people with two different approach and style. And at the end of the day, I think if this were a case where, can we borrow? Like our sports would benefit from both people, like take this and take that. And it was, for me, it was more of a balancing act, less about the ideas and more about a balancing act for me. These are two different people with different ideas, different approach, very important. Okay, one is very brutal. But sometimes change needs to be brutal for it to happen. The other one I considered a very more diplomatic approach, and let's gather together and speak, which is also necessary because you need to balance being diplomatic and taking very I don't want to use the word brash action, but sometimes it's necessary for change. Change is never comfortable. So for me, it was an interesting clash of these ideas. None of them wrong, none of them at fault, but ultimately, I'm thinking about it. In Nigeria, as we know it, which will be benefit from, and if we're going to take Mimi's or we're going to take Gana's, we really need that intervention. So brilliant debate. It's never easy to argue anything, and more importantly, it's never easy to present an idea that demands that people change. And like I'd always say, we need structures, we need system, we need balance, we can't be all things at all times, and we need to pick what we need to be at every point in time and then know what to add on. But all round, I enjoyed it. I took notes as usual, and some of these ideas, if I have to talk about this topic, I'm going to reference them, because as much as this is a debate, very important points were raised. So well done, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Well, interesting debate on the night, Femi. But you know, I'm the basic guy. All right, I'm the basic guy, and I'm the guy who thinks that there is genius in simplicity. You cannot talk about being the sport minister and not talk about Nougat. Not talk about, Nougat Games. Not talk about the National Sport Festival. Not talk about electoral reforms across federations upon which whatever we do in sport is built. Human capacity. You know, there's nothing you can do if you are with the wrong set of people. In fact, it's the first line of action. How do people get into office across federations? Nothing happens without you putting that into perspective. You know, and none of you thought about this. None of you went towards this. All right, so a lot of the things, much later, I started hearing things about school sports, the Principal Cup, which, all right, started resonating with me. All right, but the foundation is key, and you have to fix it. To be honest, being the sport minister for 4 years, you may not even necessarily do all of this. Oh, build this, build that. If you can get the foundation right, another sport minister can come in and build upon that. And we have 8 years, we have 12 years of actually now building properly. Because the right foundation is, and somebody has to set it. Somebody has to come and say, no, pull these trees. Let us have the right people in the right positions. All right, let us do things properly. Let us restructure. And when I'm talking restructuring, is, we've been using that restructure. How rudimental is restructuring? And how does it affect the future of our sport? So, Femi, genuinely, I was hearing something about miracle walking model for Mimi. There is no model that is miracle walking, and I understand the figurative expression of that word, but every model needs hard work. All right, Gana as well. I thought that you didn't give me a timeline. First things first, you have to establish yourself with a timeline, because hey, you're not going to be there forever. What are you going to do within this timeline? I think it was something that Mimi did, and I was very impressed on. All right, so listen, Femi, while I was listening to them, my script is full. I wish, I could have time to teach. But on the night, they give us the best that they can, muster. And that was very, very well appreciated. But to be honest, listening to conversations like this makes me, hurt, because we have a lot of problems back home, and debates like this are supposed to lead revolutions. I hope that those beyond what happens here tonight, those who have the power to change things, can take something from this. And hopefully we'll have this recorded and put on social media, and maybe share it to the powers that be. All right, because we have a long way to really go. Thank you so much, Femi.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony. And thank you to all of our judges. You have weighed this contest and the balance, and your verdict is now known. Also known as the verdict of the audience. Queen Lizzie, could you please check with Sports Salon one more time before we give the final verdict? Good. So here is the decision for this final semi-final debate. Judge The Voice scores it 10-9, 10-10, 10-9. It's 30-28. Judge Chuma scores it 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. 30-27. Judge Queen Lizzie scores it 10-9, 10-9, 10-10, 30-28. The voting of the audience has been collated. And it is overwhelming in one instance. It's 96.7% to 3.3. 96.7% against 3.3%. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner by unanimous decision, by 100% on the part of the judges, and by 96.3% on the part of the voting audience. Your winner, Miracle Emmanuel Philip Mimi. Congratulations, Mimi. You are in the final. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, well done. One final leg just over there. What a journey it has been.
Very tiring.
Tiring, yeah? Exhausting.
I've cried myself several times.
Seriously?
Yeah.
During preparation?
Yeah. I think it was very overwhelming 2 days ago. I mean, people think that this time we have to rest is enough. So you're practically juggling your own private work.
Yeah,
and
your
then,
work, every other thing,
yes,
plus preparing for this
debate, and it can be very mentally draining. I felt at some point that, well, if I didn't come this far and then I didn't have as much support as I had, I would have actually backed down. But then they say winners don't quit, quitters. I've forgotten.
Yeah,
and
quitters don't win.
It just brings out the tough in you, and I just imagine that it's me being a caterpillar and breaking out to be the butterfly that I am in the sports world. So it's been an interesting.
Are you surprised how far you've come, though?
Not really. I know I was scared in between, normal self-doubt here and there. But I also know that I have also been determined by the grace of God, because I honestly have not come this far by my own might. It's taken a lot of mental tough to really be here. So yeah, and I know The Voice said a lot of things. I didn't exhaust my script. It's not a full-fledged come and present your manifesto. Tell us what you want. I for break them down. But yeah, it's really what it is, and I really just appreciate the opportunity. I love this topic. I really did love it. Preparing for your project topic that you've given me so final, because you want to roast our brain.
Good luck. Look, think of it. In 1 week, it's done. It's over. And you will look back and, all of these things will be on the internet forever.
That's right.
10 years, 20 years from now, and you are that sports minister or that FIFA representative, and then somebody can come back and say, this was Mimi. I'm not surprised. Look at her. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, see how fiery she was. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. It was, I can understand. It's brutal. It's kind of brutal. And not just for you, for everybody.
Yes, it was for everybody.
For me, I look at this and I beg to differ. And sometimes I kind of I beg to differ students debate. We're dealing with students. Most of what they're doing is learning. So it's easier for them. But these are adults on the job, trying to make ends meet, thinking of rent, the next meal, whether the salary will take them through the month. And for some, you have to travel. You literally have to travel every time here. And I pray none of it will be for nothing. None of it will be for nothing. Well done.
I really want to appreciate every contestant I've gone up against, from Afiz to Ayo to Shadrach to Remy to Gana. I met you 2 times.
Yeah.
It means we have something in common. We should take it outside here.
Wow.
And I'm going to meet John the second time.
Again.
And I know he's ready for me. John, oh John. Shall we?
I will be a final.
Oh my goodness.
Gana. Yeah. Yeah. You say sports secretary.
Well done, as sports secretary.
Secretary of his department. How are you?
I'm fine. Credits to Cherish for that particular point, by the way. You know what he do. He kind of mentioned that. I said, okay, no problem. Let me look on that. I'm grateful. I'm fulfilled. I'm thankful. When I came into this competition, I came in with the mindset of, as I've always been saying, if you want to get something done, do it yourself. If you want to show that it can be done, do it yourself. Then it might be in fact, it will be very difficult for people to say they can't do it. You can say, I've done it now, so why can't you do it? And in fact, let me put it this way. I see myself as a forerunner, a pioneer, and by God, and as long as the earth remains, better are coming than me.
Amen.
Better students, better they are coming. Better debaters, better speakers, better change movers and innovators are coming than me. So I'm really very happy. I'm very, very good. And my matchup with Charles, oh God, that's one guy that, in fact, I want to believe everybody that has met him admires him, and I share that admiration for him as well. By grace of God. So I'm very thankful. I'm grateful for this opportunity, to Nigeria Info, to Sports Island, to Faji, to Fan Battle, to all that I've met. Thank you, The Voice. I'm glad to see you again. Yeah, The Voice, according to us, is our strict judge. The man who wants more. I wanted more. Ghana, I wanted more.
We'll enter bush. The Voice will still be asking you for more.
But Uncle Easy, like, where are the stats? It's not easy to debate. I'm very happy. And Chuma, God bless yourself for all the rhymes. Rhymero.
God bless you too, Secretary. Thank you.
Sports Secretary, SUG of your university.
Well, I've actually served as president of my department.
Interesting.
Yeah, University of Ibadan, history. And we were able to yes, sir.
History.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day, in the 90s, we used to enjoy beating your department. I was in CLA.
Yeah, I was also history and international studies too.
And I was in English.
Fantastic.
So we have 4 UIs. We have 4 UIs in the studio.
Chuma,
please.
Don't open your mouth.
You guys have a good history.
Uneducated. Sit and watch us.
The uninitiated.
So I've actually had a record of like being either
Leadership.
being 4 years. I was the head boy of my school.
Wow.
I've kind of seen that, okay, you don't necessarily have to be the one to do it, but show that it can be done to the best of your ability. So that's why I always go by this quote: good, better, best, blessed. So at least give that good, let it be better with each person there, and let it be the best that you can give, so that I can be blessed. So I'm very thankful. I don't want to take too much time.
Okay, just quickly, I just want to really appreciate everyone who's supported me so far from like round of 32 till now. I'm really, really grateful. I also want to especially appreciate Women Radio 91.7. I wouldn't be able to navigate my job alongside this debate if they didn't give me that breathing space and if they didn't believe in what I do and what I'm passionate about. So I'm saying thank you so much, Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women.
And I'm saying thank you too. I mean, because that radio station has done so much. When I've been privileged to listen, it's just beautiful. Giving a voice. I have felt that personally. I felt that maybe because it's niche, it deserves more than it has gotten. No doubt, if you ask me. And the fact that they understood this, even in the comment section, they would, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Femi, sorry, I know we have a break. I was going to say something very quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted the result to be announced first. And for our sports secretary, this was one of the loopholes I picked out. As a man who's in there for 4 years, is our priority now hosting an international competition when we haven't sorted things out in-house? When you said you want to look at those 43 sports facilities and centers and want to build more with, these ones are 10,000, 20,000. You want the ones that are 40,000. The one will build for Abuja, how much you don't maintain. The one for Lagos, how much you don't maintain. And then at the point when you were talking about the budget of 90 billion, how you could invest 1 billion for each of these. 1 billion for this Nigeria no go fix. See National Stadium here since that they wanted to fix, they haven't. So 1 billion would not be enough to if we're being realistic. And debates like this are an opportunity to say things that are realistic, to beyond just like
the optics.
She told you, Mimi told you are sounding like a politician now. What you're telling us, you give us things that we know realistically you may not be able to give immediately based on the reality of Nigeria's situation.
Thank you.
Interesting. What a night it's been. Do we have a quick break?
Yeah, just 2. We'll be back in a bit.
Okay, let's take.
Under the age of 8.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Life can be anything, but make yours a party that never stops. With Desperados, the beer with a Latin vibe. Vibe out, let loose, and turn the heat all the way up. Because with Desperados, the party is wherever you want it to be.
Grab a Desperados and ignite your party spirit. Desperados, beer with a Latin vibe. Enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
Interesting night. So it is John and Mimi in the final of Fan Battle 4. Do you know Fan Battle 3? It was 2 ladies in that final.
Ooh.
It was fantastic. Do you know Fan Battle 2? It was 2 ladies. Fan Battle 4 was Success
and Lima.
Oh. Fan Battle 3 was Shegun and what's her name? Adiola.
Okay.
Adiola. It was a lady and a guy yet again. And Fan Battle 1 was two ladies again. I think it was Hodovai, either Shola or was it Shola or the other lady? I think it was Hodovai. It was Hodovai versus, was it Shola or I've forgotten the name of this fantastic lady. Each time the guy has managed to win. Each time. Each time. And we've waited patiently for the lady to win. So we have John and Mimi in the final. Let us see how that final develops. Do you have any comments at all that we can take? If you can call us, we'll probably spare a couple of minutes. If you've been waiting to share your thoughts, we can take a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This says, hashtag Gana must go. He tried, but the lady came more with tougher closing and opening, even the banter stage. Aston says, good evening to you all in the studio. My name is Samuel. I live on the island. Up Godwin Ajay, my Ghana brother all the way. Please, Mr. Ajay, I need your contacts. Good night to you all. Aston says, greetings. The voice comment has changed my decision on who I wanted to vote for. Well done, guys. Onyinyechi from Yaba. Omo. No. This says, wow, great to know this platform exists. Thank you.
Hold on, I want to see that vote because you asked us to vote. Let me see what happens.
Talked about it appears that
yeah. Where are you voting? Where did you vote?
Jed from Songo.
Jed from Songo. You voted, and we were very particular about all the voting is collated electronically, and it's just, and then we get the fractions. It is as simple as that. If I get 8 votes and you get 2, that's 80% to 20%. It's pretty much that's just it.
All right, let's see if we can take. Let's go.
Yeah.
One?
Are you?
One?
Yeah,
okay.
If we could take one. Hi there.
Hey, Femi. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Yeah. Oh, great job you're doing. So interesting.
You. Yeah.
That lady there, Mimi. Hey, I call her serial killer. You can't face her and just, everything. She has everything to bring any opponent down. She has so much weaponry. Well done. There's this guy. Nobody uses the word even like Gana. I've never seen anyone use the word even like him. Well done.
That was even.
Yeah. Even the teacher has his own mannerisms. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. So at this point, we've got to start wrapping up. But what an interesting night that we have had so far. And so, clearly, that is the end of the road for Ghana as far as winning Fan Battle 4 is concerned. In a performance that left no room for doubt, obviously, Mimi dominated both the hearts of the audience and the minds of the judges. Was a staggering 96.7% of the popular vote and a complete clean sweep from the panel. She leaves the debate tonight as the undisputed victor. For Ghana, it's a humbling exit, considering how masterful he's been throughout. But every debater who steps into this arena knows sometimes the fire just burns brighter on the other side. Tonight, that fire belongs to Mimi. And so, with that at the back of our mind, to Ghana, as I say to Charles, I am the most fortunate man alive to have shared this studio with both of you. I will forever be proud and glad.
Maybe I didn't love you
quite the best ways I could find. And maybe I didn't treat you quite as good and sweet and kind. If I made you feel second best, please, I'm sorry, I was blind. You were always on my mind. You'll be always on my mind. They came seeking glory, and for a long time they danced with it. Charles, the relentless tactician, who spoke with the weight of reason and the fire of conviction. Gana, the passionate disruptor, unafraid to challenge the norm and stir the room with bold defiance. Their journeys lit up this season until destiny dealt a different card. Now, with the crown out of reach, they return one last time, not for gold, but for honor. This is more than a battle for third place. It is a tribute to resilience, to heart, to the courage of those who fought, fell, and chose to rise again. Charles, Gana, one last debate for legacy, for glory, for men to honor. If I made you feel second best, please, I'm sorry, I was blind. You were always on my mind. You'll be always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You'll be always on my mind. These contestants are exhausted, and so are we, Chuma, Tony, and Lizzie. Are you satisfied with the outcome on the night, gentlemen and lady?
Satisfied?
I expected more, Tony.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, when
I reckon in terms of the outcome. Like,
No, I just wanted to sound like
Going to echo.
Is there more what is that?
But again, how about the decisions?
Yeah.
How about the decisions? Are you satisfied with the
With
decisions?
my decision, I'm satisfied with my decision.
You've taken
Very.
You've taken power, significant power away from us. So it's hard when you ask us if we're.
I know the thing is, I have very little control over how the other judges will vote,
Absolutely.
how the audience will vote.
That's right.
But the question is, am I satisfied with my decision? If I have to sit down and think about it, if I was listening to this debate from my house, will I vote the same way? And the answer is yes for me, because another key thing for me, especially when Gana and Mimi were debating, I had to remind myself at the end of the day, it is her point against his point, not the way I would debate it, not the ideas I would have. Because certainly, I'm not. If you ask me that question and say for the sports minister, I'm not going to say what she said or what he said. I'm going to say what I think based on the experience that I have, based on what I've seen on ground, based on my understanding of how sports fundamentally works, not just in Nigeria, in Africa, and how we need to be placed globally. Because it's not just how we need to grow, is also about the future. Some decision can grow us in Nigeria with very good, things are better. Another kind of decision can take us from not just being good in Nigeria and Africa, but placing us globally. And at the end of the day, as a minister, how do you balance both growths? Because they are not the same thing, but they also have to work side by side and be linear. So I have to remind myself, this is not against what I think, is what she's saying against what he's saying, the quality of her ideas against the quality of his idea. And like I said, what stood out for me from both of them is that they are very two different people with different styles of approach in leadership and how to handle things. Do I support one style over another? Not necessarily, but I think what I concluded is that they both have styles that are necessary for us to imbibe and use if we have to grow, because you're not just dealing with structures in terms of objects and things, you're also dealing with people. So when you're dealing with people, how do you deal with people while ensuring that the things that are not tangible, like when we talk about like buildings and all of these things can also function. So for me, that was just what was interesting. Have two different people with two different styles that is very necessary for our growth.
Yeah, speaking about reminder, it's same for me too. It's like in my context, it's like when you are going for an award ceremony for the Ballon d'Or, the FIFA the Best Award, and then you have people say, but Chuma, Ronaldo is better than Luka Modric, right? And I'm like, yeah, from a holistic perspective, he is. I'll give you an example, but in the year in review, who was better? And that's it for me too. It's there's great past antecedents, there's quality building through the ranks, getting to this stage. There could even be people you've admired whose brilliance on the microphone and seamless delivery has been captivating, but it's what comes on the night for me. Whatever you've achieved before in fan battle does not count in my head. It's what I'm seeing from you on the very night. And I mentioned this off the microphone. I spoke to the guys after you had announced the results from the first battle. From a holistic perspective, does Chuma think that Chelsea is better than John? Looking at the entire spectrum of fan battle, I think Charles is better than John. And John alluded to it too, even after he beat Charles. But on the night, I was just looking for loopholes. I saw two persons from my perspective who came with their points and their arguments in favor of how to rectify and correct the blunders we have made in development of women's football in recent years. And so it was going to be a case of these guys are bringing good stuff, Chuma. Just look for where there's a little mistake and use it against somebody, because it's tough to. Else I would have done 10 for everybody.
I noticed you couldn't pick between
else
them.
I would have done 10 for everybody. So it was now a case of, okay, when they were having the intro side of things, we had Charles say stuff like winning the title 11 times in 14 editions. Yes, people add those two previous editions, but from CAF's perspective, officially, there's been 13 editions of WAFCON, 12 before this one, officially, from CAF's POV. And Nigeria have been champions 9 times. That's why we're going for Mission X. But during the intro remark, I get his point. There were 2 editions before that. He said 14 times, Nigeria having won it 11 times. You could use that a bit against the person, but I still scored 10-10 during the intro rounds. When the second round came in, the banter round, and then that line of $3 million is at stake. Imagine if Nigeria brought that $3 million, we can use that to invest into women's football. And I'm like, no, the prize money for this competition is $1 million. Used to be 500,000. CAF just did 100% increase. And I'm like, okay, Chuma, you allow the other one slide, and it's understandable. Like I said, both of them, eventually when I told him off the microphone, I got his perspective. The entire package is about $3 million if you break down how much everybody will get. But when he used that line, imagine if Nigeria brought that $3 million, we can invest it. No, the best Nigeria can get in this is $1 million. And immediately that was a loophole for me. I was like, okay, finally there has to just be something, Chuma. So you're not
a bit of a penalty because you are giving factually incorrect information.
That was it for me, basically.
And it was costly. It was super costly because without that penalty, he won. Even with the audience vote, which was significantly in his favor. So, but it's the way of the world.
Very fine margins.
Very fine margins. Yeah.
And since we're talking about that first debate, and Chuma is talking about the technicalities, and another thing too that was a technicality for me in that debate, and it wasn't on the part of Charles, it was the part of Jones, is that there is this, we like to romanticize the past. It's always better. It was great. It was fantastic, but it wasn't necessarily so.
Yeah.
Right. And when he was talking about,
you scored him the lowest.
Yes, I did, because he, for me, factually incorrect in saying that Nigeria, we have, our women's team has always had grassroots. From the grassroots to this point, it was great. It was better. Right now, we're eating good compared to what happened to us back then. This is our we are swimming in, because it has been symbolic. And like I said, there are certain topics in this debate that requires history in terms of, you're not just going to do a Google search. You're not going to just maybe, because it's always like better. It's an assumption rather than the reality.
So sometimes the Google searches give you the narrative, the dominant narrative that is propounded by certain quarters, including those who want to look good.
No, because that is true. So that for me, that was the clincher for me. Even today, you can't even make the argument and say that the Nigerian women's under 17 team are doing this, that. The only glory that we have is in our senior team. Take that away, we have absolutely nothing. And we've had flashes of brilliance, and that brilliance was not a feeder from we came from this. There are very few you can say this is not the norm. Or when he talked about how glorious our Nigerian Women's League is, I was like, wait a minute. So for me, that assumption that it was better before can be very deadly, especially when you're talking about something like women's sport. It's something that historically it has not been great for us. So that, and it's not something you just say in passing, because it's very important when those narratives are put out there, we have to be factual about it. And it's not saying everything has to be bad all the time. It's very factual. It's about the data. It's about the reality, because we're trying to change things. It's okay to say something was good or something was bad, but how do we do it now? For me, that was something that was very, very, that is really influenced, because he said that in his opening, he said that in his closing. He built a lot of his foundation points on on something that never existed. That was never true. That was never true. So this was even like, the data, it was never true.
Well, he was fortunate. You know, that's the thing about debate. So sometimes, you know, you are looking out for something, you catch something, the other person catches something else. And it's just the way it is, and it could swing this way or that way. Beyond Tony perpetually feeling exasperated that why are they not going here?
You will bring children for Tony whenever we're coming to like.
yeah.
But I understand his point.
Yeah,
I can understand.
But again, that's the beauty of the thing. So I do know if the audience did not have a vote. Even though the decision was split, as a matter of fact, to be honest with you, I was thinking the decision was going to be unanimous. I was a bit happy when I saw it split, because then the split then opens up drama with the voting. I don't know how it's going to be. For instance, for the judges, it was 100%. Unanimity, because it was unanimous, right? And Mimi had 96.7% in the vote. What if it had been Gana who had 96.7? We would then juxtapose it against each other, and then he'd still lose. That's how it is with the fine margins, right?
Someone just voted for Gana.
Yeah, somebody still voted for Gana. Gana
don't leave us.
He's trying to garner as much points as possible.
Ghana, please tell them you're not going anywhere.
He has to garner more points so he doesn't end up in Ghana. Did you guys know that Ghana is also Nigerian? By the way, Tony, you don't tire. Make with a go house. All right, guys. So the next stage is set for the grand finale. Next Thursday, two fierce minds will collide as John and Mimi face off in the ultimate battle for the crown. Both have conquered judges and won over the crowd, but only one will etch their name into fan battle history as the season 4 champion. Would it be Mimi or would it be John? I cannot wait. I know where my heart is, but I can't say. I cannot be prejudicial. Before that, on Wednesday, Pride and Redemption are on the line in the third place final. Charles and Gana, both fallen at the semi-final gate. They now fight for the final spot on the podium. It's not the prize they dreamed of, yes, we know. But it's a battle worth every ounce of brilliance that they can summon. So 2 nights remain. 2 trophies left. The winners crown. And the Mama Cup. Let's leave it at that. 4 contenders. No room for doubts. So, we'll see you in the 3rd place match at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. For tonight, congratulations to John and Mimi. I am happy. I will mourn Charles. I will mourn Gana. But I have mourned so many people in this contest. I'm exhausted from mourning. But even the mourning is tempered by the fact that now I know these guys. Now we know how much quality there exists out there. It's a reminder to us, and it's a humbling reminder. And even though we are the ones who have the microphone, it's not because we are better than anybody. There are opportunities. If people had some of the opportunities we had, maybe they will do more. They will accomplish more than we did. It's also a reminder to always be on the lookout, to give somebody an opportunity to show the world what they can do and what they can be. On behalf of Tony, Chuma, Queen Lizzie, and all 4 contestants tonight, and our amazing digital crew, Mikolu, Genevieve, Femi Taiwo, Tunde Abdusalam, Precious, who am I leaving out? All these great guys. Olamide. Good night. Tony has something to share with you, and don't forget there will be more to talk about these things. Sports Drive is not at 7. And remember, there is a curfew. Don't waka anyhow tomorrow. If you are voting, go to your voting zone. There's a curfew that runs until 3 p.m. So even Mimi and Gana are on lockdown on our premises because they cannot go home until they finally can tomorrow. So just in case anybody was expecting them, it's not going to happen. You won't see them until tomorrow evening. Thank you, Lagos. Good night, everybody.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live